Paul, how you doing? Hope you got the PDFs. Kevin rather, I'm sorry. How you doing? You guys could hear me all right. Okay, I hope everybody got the PDFs. All the PDFs are is what we did last night. Let me get them out. Okay. And what I did was I took a sticking pattern like I did last night and eliminated the lefts and played all the rights as the cymbal pattern. Then I put the bass drum on 1 and 3 and the snare drum on 2 and 4. Now I didn't do all of them because some of them, they don't really, they're not really happening. However, they're for coordination reasons. For example, if you come up to, go on the PDFs, and look at the last one, number 14. Okay, number 14. It's a little unusual. A lot of things are happening with the hi-hat. I made the right hand the hi-hat. Okay, so if you look at the last one, it's number 14. We have 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and a little funky there, Joe, how you doing? Okay, anyway, I don't want to go over all of them unless you want me to. It's not a problem. What I want to do, I don't have the Shafee book here. The page where he takes the bass drum on the 1 and 3, the E, and then the and the duh. That's the grid, but I think he has 22 different foot patterns. And we're going to take one of these. Your choice, gentlemen. Let's have a little vote on it. 1 through 14. And tell me which one you would like. And I'm going to write out the 22 exercises. Oh. In addition to that, hello, Ed. In addition to that, I'm going to do maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4 different combinations. I'm going to label them a little different. And what you want to do when you receive the PDFs is to keep them together. So we have them all and we know what we're doing. And if you notice lately, I've been labeling every page so you don't get confused. There's a hell of a lot of PDFs, man. A lot of time, a lot of work. But that's okay. Okay. Hey, yeah, did you get the PDFs? You should have. Now, what I'm going to do as well, like I said last night with the syncopation book, is take a couple patterns and use them as the cymbal pattern, and then do the foot patterns from the Stick Control book. So guys, tell me, out of the PDFs, you have 1 through 14. Let's get this over with now. And tell me which one of the 14 you would like to have the 22 foot patterns from Gary Shafee and the combinations. Would make my life a little bit easier. Because I want to do some hand exercises out of the Stick Control book tonight as well. Little hand technique as opposed to coordination. Gentlemen, talk to me. If I don't get no response, I can't help anybody out here tonight. Rudiments. I'm keeping it open. Hello? Bing bong. You guys are watching or looking at the PDFs. Now, the PDFs are kind of self-explanatory where they're reading. If you take the first line of each PDF, and you'll see, you know, like if you're on number 17, for example, number 9. Okay. Thank you, Ed. Let's see what's number 9. Oh, that's from the Chafee book. We've done that. You should have the PDF on that, remember? That's the one you're talking about, Mr. Ed? No, I'm not going to pick anything. I'll pick all of them. I want you guys to feel good, get in, and feel like, you know, you're family with this whole thing. Number 9. Number 9 we already did. We did that when we were working with the Chafee book, and you should have that page 1 through 22, and perhaps a few combinations. All right, let me go through one E end. All right, the cymbal pattern is 2/16 and an eighth. I'm more or less dropping an accent on the 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 1 E N, 2 E N, 3 E N, 4 E N. We did this. All right. So I'm going to put the bass drum on the count of 1 and 3. 1 E N, 2 E N, 3 E N, 4 E N. You remember that? Number 7. All right, let's see number 7. So we have 2 number 9s and 1 number 7. I mean, I'll do number 9. It's not a problem. Number 7. All right, we know how to read number 7. We have it's 1 E and the 2 and 3 E and the 4 and. That's the one you want, Paul. Well, the fatback. All right, let me explain something. The term fatback should not exist with the Chafee book here because it's not really a fatback. You're giving a backbeat on 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not a fatback. That's a backbeat on 2 and 4. A fatback is when you're playing a pattern, but you're not accenting the 2 or the 4, but you're accenting whatever you want besides. 1, 2. That's a fatback. All right, we'll do 7. Okay, well, I'll write it out tonight or tomorrow morning and send it to you guys. Now, I'm not sure Thursday evening. I might have to cancel Thursday evening's lesson. I might do it on a Friday. Would that be okay with you guys? So I'll put a couple of them together, 9. If I have time, I'll do them all, okay? But what I want to do is the combinations. It's not fatback, Joe. Here's fatback. You know, I mean, not fatback, a backbeat. 1, 2. Is that 2 and 4, the backbeat? The fatback is I'm playing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I accented the 2 there, but you're not shouldn't accent the 2 and 4. That's not that's fatback when you don't accent the 2 and 4. Do you guys ever hear that? So we have 7, 9, and what else? All right, we'll work on 7 and 9. What did you want, Paul? And 7. All right, we'll work on both of them. Now I'm going to do a couple combinations. You guys keep when I send you the PDFs, do you gentlemen print them out? You all keep them in the folder, keep them together, get some protector sheets and put them in a binder. Well, I mean, I could get into a whole lesson on fatback, but that's not where I want to go tonight. All right? But the 2 and 4 is the backbeat. When you go into Chafee's book, he shows fatback exercises. I'm not going to argue. That's what he calls it, fine. To me, that's just the backbeat. There is no real backbeat, or the backbeat is displaced. Instead of 2 and 4, you put it where you want to get the funk. Okay, who's this? Okay, who is this? Everybody's dad's on acid. Oh my. How are you? Everybody's dad. All right, let me re-explain it one more time. If I don't want to spend a whole lot of time explaining this. If you want to get an explanation of it, when the video is after it's processed, it's on YouTube here. You come and listen to it again. Okay? Now, you didn't open nothing. That's a good thing, you know. It's a question that's going to help people. And that's what fatback is. Fatback is, you're not accenting the 2 and 4, you're displacing it. The 2 and 4 is a backbeat, you know. And I refer to that 2 and 4 as the money beat. And if I'm playing eighth notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's a very common, the backbeat on 2 and 4. Okay, what is your first name, dear? Everybody's dad's on acid. That's a heck of a name. Email me, I'll send you the PDFs, okay? Let me put my email in there. That's a very unusual, that's cool. That's all right. That's a good name, I guess. Hold on. All right. Now, Kenny. Okay, Kenny, there's my email. All you have to do is email me, and I'll put you on my mailing list. You'll get the agenda for the week, plus PDFs for the lesson. And if you're behind on PDFs, I'll send you a ton of them. So just email me, okay, after the lesson. All right, so we understand the difference between the backbeat and the fatback. Now, I haven't really done any fatback lessons, and I will, but not tonight. Okay, gentlemen? Now, I wanted to do some exercises from the stick control book. The stick control book's all the way on the other side of the room, so I believe this will be page either 12 or 13. If you have the stick control book in front of you, please open up to 12 or 13. That's the one with the eighth notes and the 16ths. It's a 4-measure increment. I believe that's the, I don't feel like getting, hold on. Nope, I don't have it. The one that goes like this. All right, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and the 40 and that guy. We have that one. I believe it's page 12 and 13. And if you look on the right side of the page, there's a 4-measure increment that goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Do we have that? Am I on the right page for you guys? Kenny, do you have the stick control book? Because if you're going to frequent this site, these lessons, I do all my work at a stick control book, the syncopation book, all the Shafee Patterns series, and Joe Morello's Master Studies. Is that the one I'm talking about, Paul? Help me out here. Well, you should. Where are you from, Kenny? That's the one. Thank you, Joe. 12 and 13. All right. We're not going to do both pages. I'm going to give you a little insight on, I had the videos of the way George Lawrence Stone intended to do the stick control book. And if you notice, inside of the whole stick control book, there is not one accent. That's exactly what he wants. You did. You watched me give a lesson when you were younger. Okay, give me a little bit of a background on that. 12 and 13 is where we want to go. Okay, that's Kenny. Is that Kenny Dalton by any chance? Is that Kenny Dalton that I'm talking to? Please surprise me. All right. Well, it don't really matter. I mean, I've done a lot of clinics. I've done a lot of different things, but we're here now. And I want to get onto page 12. Let's take maybe the first 5 on the left-hand side. Now, the way George Lawrence Stone intended the stick control book to be is in a relaxed form. The right hand and left hand, the way he has all the sticking patterns, is to be developed equally. Now, you want an equal sound on the right side and equal sound on the left side. We don't want something, for example, if I'm doing the first one on page 12, I don't want 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 E and we don't want none of that nonsense. That is not the way he intended it. No seesaw, but just relaxed. If you notice in the past, you've been doing the vamps. This. You put them together. Single stroke roll. Well, that's where this is going. But when I play my right and I play my left, they're equal sound. I'm going to do it slow. And I'm going to do it about almost the half stroke position. Is there a hole in this thing or what? Where's my drum key? Hold on. Boom. If you noticed, before I make the next stroke, all right, I was right back to the starting position. Well, let me see how that sounds. And that's where you want to go when you're doing it slow. When you up the tempo, 1 and 2 and simple, okay? I up tempo. Now, there's the illusion when I'm doing the 16ths that I'm going like this. But I'm not. One hand is doing this. The other hand is doing this. But the left hand, if I'm starting with the right, is in a different place. Yeah, let me try doing this. Or, you see that, gentlemen? Well, the sweating problems you could take care of. The arthritis, I'm not a physician. Arthritis, okay, comes in all different ages. What I do sometimes, you know, I'm up there in age. I'm 73 years old. I get called an old fart and I don't know how to play because I don't do shit like this. Boom, bop, or that kind of nonsense. Okay. Arthritis comes, you know, it's like I get that occasionally. I don't have arthritis per se, but your hands will tighten up like this. For example, they'll be like looking deformed or whatever. And that happens to me very seldom, but when it does, it's painful. I open my hand and just go like this, and it's gone. Now, I don't lose the stick from sweating. Occasionally I'm too loose, or I'm not paying attention when I'm doing the lesson because I'm looking at the screen. Okay? So you got to be careful with that. If you have that arthritic thing, see a physician. Ask him what he'll give you some sort of medication to ease it. or to make it dissolve or go away. It's old age, man. That's what it is. Now, I don't know how old you are, Kenny, but I'm up there. I'm not going to reveal my age. And don't anybody who knows me reveal it either. All right, now, let's do the first one. All right, that's 1 and 2 and... That's a slow tempo. If I pick it up. And that's not even fifths. I don't have the metronome on. Anyway, that's not Freddy Gruber or Freddy Krueger, Freddy Gruber, or Moeller, or Stone. It's the laws of physics. All right, we go to line 2. Now he changes the lead. The lead instead of right, instead of 1 and 2 and... You're starting with the left. Now, if your left side feels a little strange, well, change your stick. Use some sandpaper on the stick a little bit to give it a roughen the edge a little bit, and it gives you a better grip. You don't want to hold the stick tight, because if you hold the stick tight, you're choking it. And if you choke it, the sound's not going to go outward. It's going to go inward. Okay, the shock of the stick. And by that, you're going to, whatever you have the arthritis, or you're going to develop carpal tunnel syndrome or tendinitis, because you're not letting the shock go out and the sound go out. Look how loose. Now, if I tighten it up, I really don't want to do that, but you can hear the difference. It's choked. Well, it don't matter. The question is, why does it matter which stick you lead with? It don't matter. I mean, you want to lead with the left, go for it. You want to lead with the right, go for it. But I mean, you're right-handed, so everybody's accustomed going like this. Or, that comes from the stick control book. You're strengthening the right side and the left side. You equalize it. That's like playing open-handed or ambidextrous. Billy Cobb is the elite. He's the master of that. All right? I want to do line 2. You're leading with the left. So you have line 2, which is 1 and 2 and... Line 3 doubles. This snare drum is driving me friggin' crazy. Let me see if I can choke it a little bit. What is this one? Well, I'm sorry to hear that about your son, but you know, all kids are sort of a pain. Why is he a pain? Oh, your kid plays. What's your kid's name? I had one of the winners of the whole contest in California in the studio doing a show plus an interview. That was Juan Carlito Mendoza, if you know him, a great drummer. All right, anyway, let me go to line 3. We'll have a conversation on email if you'd like. But let me go forward with the lesson. All right, we have the left-hand lead, 1 and 2 and 3. Line 3, the doubles. No seesaw, pop them, pop, 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 pop. All right, we got that. Now, I don't want to spend on the left-hand side. Let's go to the next page, line 1 and line 2. They're 4 measure increments. All right? Everybody, all right. We'll discuss this some other time, dear Kenny, okay? I need to be fair to these other guys. So I want to continue on the lesson. I think that's page 13, the first line, a 4-measure increment. You have this 3 times. Now the 4th measure, you have straight 16ths. And then back to the line. Now you do that 100,000 times, no problem. The next move on that line would be a vamp. Okay? The next line would be a vamp. Now what are we going to do with a vamp? The vamp is a term. It's not only one thing, all right? The vamp, in this particular case, is going to be the 4th measure. We're going to do that for 4 measures, in addition to the 4-measure increment that you have. Let me do it. Maybe you could hear it a little faster as opposed to slower. We have 1, 2. Last measure. Vamp. 3, 4. Do we understand that, gentlemen? Man, my drums are falling apart. Gee, come on, drums. Do we understand that? Paul, Joe, Ed, do we understand that? All right. So you do the line. Then you vamp for 4 measures. Now, we all should have a timer. And you don't want to hurt yourself physically because this is not a sport. Yes, it's physical. But you experience any kind of discomfort, stop, man. You know, you're not trying to set any records here. Because the next move on this is this. We'll do the line with the vamp for a while. Then I put my metronome, my timer on. I mean, I could do it 5 or 10 minutes, but if you've never done this, I would recommend, for example, set the timer for 2 minutes. For 1 minute, do the line with the vamp. The next minute, just extend the roll, the single strokes. Now I'm going to do the line twice. I'm going to do the line once with the vamp, then I'm going to do the line again with the vamp, but I'm going to extend the 16ths. Here we go. Vamp. Again. Now, my timer's on, and I'm going to do this for 3 or 4 minutes. I'm not going to do it now for 3 or 4 minutes, but if you want to develop some endurance, and people will disagree with me, it's not an endurance exercise. It is. You're playing your singles for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, whatever you muster up here. Once you feel some sort of discomfort or stiffness, stop, because you're only going to hurt yourself and you're not going anywhere with it. You do something like this all the time, not that you'll sit down at your drums with the band and play single strokes like these, what do they call them, blast beat shit, you know. You're not going to do that for 4 or 5 minutes. The object is when you do something like this, you have endurance for 4 or 5 minutes, but it makes your short roll combinations snap and quicker. Do we agree with that? Now, I'm not going to write all of that out, but you could take on page 13, is it? Yeah, 13. You could take a line 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now 5, you got to be a little careful with this, the paradiddle. So she switches off. So, I would stay on 1, 2, 3, 4, and extend the vamp. If you can't do it for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, do it for a minute, then stop. Have a drink of water, or beer, or whatever you drink. Or if you smoke, go outside, have a cigarette, come back, and try it again. And this time, set the timer for maybe a minute and 30 seconds. It will definitely help you. Now, I'm going to try and write out as much as I possibly could tonight and tomorrow morning and send you the PDFs, and we'll work on some funk. Now, I do want to hang out tomorrow night with the Joe Casadas books and do a few different exercises as well. I have to get off the computer now. I apologize. But I will, starting next week, hopefully be able to extend the lessons on YouTube to, instead of a half hour, to 45 minutes, maybe an hour. Okay, gentlemen? Is there any questions on this evening? Tick, tock, tick, tock. And also, there's no donations coming in. Yeah, $1, $2, $5, $10, whatever you think is okay. Just send it to my PayPal account. You're welcome, Paul. I hope I've helped you, give you some insight. But I'm not going to stay just on one subject all the time. I'm going to move it around. So we're going to do as much as we can, and I'm going to try to extend the lessons if I get more questions. It makes my life easier, and it makes your life better because now I can help you with whatever is bothering you. Okay, guys? Remember, donations are accepted. No questions. All right. How about you, Ed, Joe, Kenny? Not the whole crew's not here tonight. All right. No questions. Everybody understands it. All right. Let me take this mic off. I'm glad they helped, Paul. We will meet someday in person. Maybe, I think it's November. I might be going to Passaic. So that's close to you. It's in Indianapolis. How far are you, Paul, from Indianapolis? Okay, good. All right. Paul, how far are you from Indianapolis? Okay. Well, that would be nice. We could meet. Get some tickets for Passaic, or I'll get you some tickets, and we'll meet down there. Spend a night in Indianapolis. Hang out with all the great musicians. Great drummers, anyway. Okay, with all that being said, I am going to have to sign out. And we'll see everyone tomorrow evening, 7:30, and hopefully I have all the PDFs ready. And I'm glad I could help everybody. Come up with your questions, guys. Have a good night.